So I guess insurance companies notoriously don't want to pay out, and they say, "Oh, well, that person didn't check this box." Sorry. So is there like a number one thing that small businesses should look out for when engaging with an insurance company? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I guess I'm pretty fortunate. And clients only call me when there's a problem. They don't call me when things are going great. So if they don't get something paid, I would have to say that the majority of the time that we get a call, it's because the doctor's office hasn't filed something properly, or the insurance carriers come back and said, we need additional information, and they don't get a response. We really run into that a lot with, I'll just have to say dental offices, where somebody had something done and they just said, we need additional information. But I don't have a lot of issues with the carriers we work with getting things paid. Again, people don't call us if things are going great. They only call us if something doesn't get paid. So,
or just any kind of gotcha kind of things to look out for.
So you're talking about when you're choosing what insurance carrier to go with, or filling out a form, or
like if you're a small business offering your employees health insurance, you have to work with a larger place. When that small business is engaging with a larger place, is there any kind of gotcha things that they'll try to? No, it's all pretty black and white.
No, it's pretty. The Affordable Care Act certainly has made that stricter. So, for instance, beforehand, people would fill out a health underwriting assessment. So, if someone had, I don't know, if you had employees that had high blood pressure and high cholesterol, and they were on high-end medications, then the insurance carrier could have made the rates higher because they know there's chronic conditions.
Like
today, pre-existing conditions.
Like diabetes.
Right. So today, there is no pre-existing. Everything's got to be paid. You get your insurance today. You go in the hospital tomorrow. You need a heart transplant. It's covered. Even though certainly you knew you probably you had heart issues before that. Doesn't matter. The only thing they look at is your age, and that's it. And your zip code. That determines your rates these days. So it's a little bit different than it used to be. It used to be people would get things turned down. I had a gentleman who, his company, he was the owner of the company. Nobody had any health issues when you fill out all the applications. He went to the hospital, or to the orthopedist, and he said, my back has been killing me for 6 months. Well, guess what? That's pre-existing. They found out that he had a herniated disc and 2 other issues with his back. He knew he was in pain. So his was not going to be covered because back then he lied on his application, so they canceled the policy because he said in the past 6 months nobody had any issues. So that's different. That's not available anymore. That's not around now. Usually the only time we have something not covered is when a doctor's office has not filed something completely, or a hospital even. My husband had something, he had a hip replacement. Everything was pre-approved. I knew it was pre-approved before he ever had it done. And I went online and looked and it was denied. I was freaking out. I called Anthem. I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, they had some information in here. Some of the things he got billed for don't match with the procedure he had done. She said, hold on. She got on the phone, called the hospital at the same time, and somebody put the wrong codes in, and then it went through. But because the hospitals know the codes, the hospitals have certain codes. Insurance carriers know what should be in there. But if they say somebody needs a splint and they have their hip replaced, that doesn't make any sense. So the assumption is if there's more than a certain number of errors, and there's a lot of errors in there, so they want the hospital to resubmit everything again. So that does happen. We're all human.
It sounds like the big warning is don't lie on your application.
Well, that's probably a good idea.
Don't commit fraud.
Yeah, fraud's a bad thing. But